Good morning everyone, welcome to Motivational Monday. I hope you're well, I hope you had a nice weekend. In this video today we're going to talk about how to get yourself believing. So in other words, if there's something that's so out there, I'm really sorry, I've got a bit of a end of a cold going on. If there's something that's so out there you think I can't possibly believe in that, how can you get around it? How can you make yourself believe in these things? So I've had a really quiet weekend this weekend, and I thought it was about time that I really got my thinking cap on and thought about something that I can pass on to you guys that has assisted me in my journey on the law of attraction and all things around that. And basically, if you'd have told me, where am I now? 9 years. I think it's 9 years since I've been on YouTube. So if you'd have told me 9 years ago that I'd be doing what I'd be doing now, like for work, which I do in that because it doesn't feel like work, it feels like the dream come true. In fact, I just put a post on Facebook this morning and I said, will this ever feel like work and not like the dream come true? Because I'm just on my way now to do a writing boot camp for the day and I'm stupidly excited about it. I've been my whole weekend has been me thinking about this and what I'm doing today, and it's going to be so nice to go and be focused, be around like-minded people and have some real guidance on, right, okay, now you write and now you stop and now you have coffee and then you go for lunch. And I just think if you'd have said that to me 9 years ago, that's what I'd be doing, I would not believe you, honestly, because for me that's massive, absolutely massive. And I've said you this before. I've told you this before. I used to, when I was a little girl, all I did was write things and do a bit of making posters and writing poems and just something with a pen in my hand, and it was always the thing that I went to when I was bored or just that I loved. And now I'm actually doing that for work, and I could do that again. So yeah, dream come true stuff, definitely. And would I have believed it? No, but it is actually happening. So how do you get your beliefs into actually your reality and your existence? This is what I would suggest, and I'm going to use an example of saying about winning the lottery. Now for me, it's not something I've ever dreamed about, winning the lottery. It's not something that I think I've kind of thought, oh, when I win the lottery everything's going to be alright. And of course, everything is always alright whether you've won the lottery or not. I don't think that that's the answer, but basically a lot of people would like to live their life by, oh, when I win the lottery this. So let's take that for an example, because it does feel so out there, doesn't it? And I'm talking about winning a jackpot. Actually, let me just tell you a quick story. When the lottery was first invented, which was back in the 90s, I believe, I'm happy to be corrected, but I think it's in the 90s. My brother was on a dance weekend with my parents, and they did the first draw ever, and he stood up on a chair. He was very loud, unlike me, who's a shrinking violet. He stood up on a chair and he shouted out with his ticket like this, I've won the lottery, I've won the lottery. And everyone's like, oh my God. And it was £10. But it didn't matter, he made that statement that he's won the lottery, Anyway, so yes, so trying to win the lottery is going to seem quite out there, and how can you do it? So what you need to do is you need to start trying smaller things. I'm kind of going over old ground here, but sometimes it's good to go back to basics. If you try smaller things, and then you'll start to realise, I can manifest these things, I can manifest that and that and that. And then, I always say in the secret and stuff, make it a cup of coffee. So somebody might give you a free cup of coffee, or somebody might go make your coffee at work. I don't know about that one, that's a weird one, because it doesn't feel relevant really to much. But anyway, so whatever it is that you think you want to manifest, something small. So if you do the lottery, try and get it in your mind that you're going to win this £10. Or I don't even know what it is now, because I haven't played the lottery in donkey's years, or whatever, something like that. So make it something smaller, and then when that starts to happen again and again, you'll start to think, actually, is this a coincidence that I've been thinking about it, meditating on it and using the law of attraction around it? Or could it maybe be that the law of attraction actually works, and therefore you can start to manifest a bit bigger, try for £50 or whatever the next sum up is, and go from there. Because to just go from nothing to the jackpot, it's going to feel unbelievable, and you need to have the belief. Obviously without the belief nothing's going to work. And also you need to start to take away the little air of desperation about it. This is the reason And I'm going to use an example here, and I'm really sorry if this touches on a nerve for anybody. I don't mean to, but when you're trying to conceive, and this is what I'm going to be writing about today, I'm going to be writing about IVF treatment in my boot camp today. If you're trying to conceive, like I had 9 years of infertility treatment. People say to you all the time, if you just stop thinking about it and relax, it will happen. And what you want to do is poke them in the eye, because that's not very helpful at all. And obviously, if there's something that you really want, there's something so massive, like for me, all it was that I just only ever wanted to be a mum, and then, you know, for it not to be happening on the first month was crazy, and then the first year, no, and I was just getting upset and desperate about it. To try and stop those feelings are very, very difficult around certain things. But there is something about the law of attraction which says if you've got desperation attached to something, then that is a negative emotion which will stop it from manifesting. It's the same with relationships and things like that. So if you're going for somebody that you're really desperate, you've got to get them in your life, you know, then just try and chill out and relax and let it unfold, and it's got more chance of it happening. So take away the desperation. Don't be like, oh my God, I've got to win the lottery because my life is rubbish without it. It's not the case, is it? Let's face it. Your life is okay without it. You're managing, you're getting by. It might not be easy every day. So take that away and try and start manifesting smaller things, and you will find that bit by bit the belief comes, because that's how it's happened with me. I've gone on a journey to where I'm at now with my writer journey, and to go from just thinking one day, oh, I'm going to be a writer and I'm going to be doing what I'm doing now, would not have gone from that step to that step. It needed to go through a process, and this is really where my thing about law of attraction is. God, this is a long video. I've got a lot to say about it. I'm really passionate about this because I think with The Secret, brilliant as it is, I've got to get the aircon on. It's well hot here today. It's so early in the morning. It's 22.5 degrees. Welcome to the UK. Lost my train of thought. You're screaming at the screen going, you were saying this. Yeah, I don't know, it's gone. Yes, law of attraction, The Secret. So with The Secret, I think that they don't, oh, look at that, nice, that's a McLaren orange, beautiful, very nice. We always spot a nice car, don't we, when I'm doing my motivational Mondays. Maybe that's something that we manifest now. Look at that. Yeah, so The Secret is great, but it doesn't always address the human issues that get in the way, that stop us, or where we put our blocks up. And we are human beings, and we're going to mess it up sometimes. I would like to have used another word there, but I'm not sure if YouTube might tell me off. But it begins with C and ends in K, and you can fill in the middle. Yeah, so you might mess things up. So just be patient with yourself as well, because it isn't easy. It takes a long time to try and get things flowing, and you know, much as I know all the right things to say and the right things to do, it doesn't always flow that easily for me either. And I think it's just because we're human beings, we've got stuff getting in the way. Anyway, I hope that makes some sense to some of you, and I wish you an absolutely brilliant week. I've just realised I sat down at the weekend. This is just a little side note, me chatting. So if you want to click off now, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, #belief. If you can spell that, you get an extra brownie point, because it's not easy to spell, you know, I before E and all that. Yeah, so a little side note, I wrote myself a note, a list at the weekend, what I've got to do. My to-do list of things that have been like building up for absolutely ages, and I've got so much editing to do, so many videos. You might know, you might not, but me and the children went to Southport dancing 2 weekends ago. No, last weekend, weekend before, I don't know, a couple of weekends ago, and we vlogged that, just a little vlog, and you know, I was like, I can't believe I haven't edited and uploaded that. So I've got quite a long list of things that I want to do, but much as the writer thing is the dream, the YouTube is the thing as well that's also kind of earning a nice income now, and I need to be able to give that everything. So I'm like, juggling everything. I need to kind of try and put some things aside, and I have started asking the twins to do some more helpful things, which they're doing, which is great, but it's just figuring it all out, isn't it? So anyway, I do intend at some stage to do my edits. I really just need to work a little bit harder, I think. Anyway, but we've got another weekender coming up soon, and I'm going to vlog that as well, so maybe I might get a chance to sit and edit these things and get them up so you can enjoy watching our crazy life and what it is that we do. Meanwhile, I'm going to switch off now. I'm going to drink my I've got my coffee, my protein shake and my Ribena, sugar free of course, and I'm going to stock up for the day, get there and get another coffee from it's probably going to be Costa. I'm a Starbucks girl, but you know, they don't have a Starbucks there unless I walk miles, which I should probably do because I've already sat on my butt all day. This video's nearly 10 minutes, so I'm going to say goodbye, wish you a lovely week, and I will catch you later. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.